Yes.
This Young Billionaire Boxing here with Quick Draw Quentin Randall. Talk to me, man. What you tell me about Shakur Stevenson off air, bro? If he move up to 135.
You won't have no problem. The big money fight is either between, from the top ranked stable, it's him and Loma. Loma gonna stop Devin Haney. I'll be at 100%.
What?
I think Loma gonna stop Devin Haney. No matter who Shakur fight at 135, he's not gonna have a problem. I think Shakur gonna do easy work with Loma. The big fight, the most dangerous fight is with Tank, because Tank power and explosiveness. But Shakur gonna break it. Shakur gonna keep it real simple when he's fight this nigga. Jabs, straight lefts, he gonna keep it real simple. Go to his body, stab him, but like I said, Tank ain't nothing easy, ain't nothing. I'm not making light of it. I just think so fucking much of Shakur. That's like going against Floyd Mayweather type shit. I've seen this nigga, I watched him from Golden Gloves, national, he was a kid, to the Olympic qualifiers, to the Olympic trials, and Olympics, and as a pro, I watched his whole journey, the whole stuff. I ain't never seen him like that.
You got to tell me why Loma break down Devin Haney, though.
Because Devin had, even though Devin thinks he's got good footwork, Devin has a lazy jab. When he fought George Kambosos caught him with some nice shots on the chin. George Kambosos didn't have no power. He ain't had the same type of hunger that he had when he fought Tio. So when Loma fight him, Loma's gonna break him down. Them angles that Devin gonna try to use, using that jab, moving around. When he was fighting Kambosos, he was falling in with that 1-2. Every time he threw the 2, he was falling in, chin in the air. Loma gonna kill that nigga. I said, I do shit. Loma gonna kill that nigga.
Bet, okay. Hey, now let me see. Now you sparred Errol Spence and you sparred Bud Crawford. The fight is rumored to be November 19th. How you see it going?
That's a good fight, man. I haven't sparred these dudes in so long, bro. I haven't sparred neither one since 2018, 2019. I've gotten so much better since then, and they both got so much better. So, based on my last, it ain't going the distance. I can tell you that, it ain't going the distance. One of them gonna get knocked out. One that can get, Earl has an extremely fast start. Earl starts out with the jab immediately. Like Marvin Hagler on your ass with the jab. So he starts out strong. Bud don't start out that strong. So if Earl has a chance of stopping Bud, it'll be early. Once the fight goes on, I think that's Bud's opportunity to get his knockout. But it ain't going the distance. It ain't going the distance at all.
And what was your take on El Rayo getting stopped, man? Did you see that coming, or did you think it was a bad opponent, or did you think that it was just a bad replacement?
I think it was a bad business decision by his whole team to fight that dude on a week's notice. Because you've been preparing for an orthodox fighter, and then you change it at the week of to fight a southpaw with fucking 14 knockouts, 15 wins. That's bad business. I ain't been fighting southpaw, I ain't been sparring southpaws, I'm not prepared for it. So the punches that won't land from an orthodox fighter is reversed with the southpaw. That punch will land. So, and he went in there and manhandled from round 1 until he stopped him.
Do you think that Rayo could be back? Do you think he could redeem himself?
Yeah, he young. Hell yeah. He young. I done seen a lot of fighters get stopped in this sport and come back and redeem themselves. He young, he'll be all right.
Because I thought that I thought that they were building up Frank Martin versus Rayo, or Rayo versus Pitbull. That's what I thought they were doing.
Shit, they was, but shit, he just got upset it. So man, Rayo versus Frank Martin would have been a great fight in like 2 years. Let them keep building their resume. Hopefully one of them get a world title, or they fight for a vacant world title. That's if Shakur don't take all the motherfuckers at 135. And so all the titles is damn near all the titles is at the top ranked stable.
What about Frank Martin versus Colbert? How you see it going?
Frank my dog. I got Frank in that one. But Frank got to be on his P's and Q's because Chris Colbert is a good ass boxer. He's fast, he's sharp, and they both got good IQs. So it's gonna be about, man, when to punch and when not to punch. Who has the better timing? Because they both got good speed. It's going about who got the best timing. Who has the better punch IQ? So I know Frank's in great shape. Chris Colbert's in great shape. I got Frank because I've seen Chris Colbert heart tested his last fight. He tapped out in that fight. He was looking for an exit. He wasn't fighting down the stretch, he was running. And I know Frank a dog, so if Frank put that pace on him and break him down, put pressure on him, if the last dude broke him, then Frank can break him.
And what is your take on Canelo versus Triple G coming up?
I just don't give a damn about that fight, man. Stylistically, it's still gonna be a tough fight for Canelo.
But you don't give a damn, why not?
I don't give a damn about that fight. I didn't want to see that one, I never cared to see it. But it needs to end though, the trilogy has to be over. This story needs to be put behind us. So you can go in there and move forward and what's going on. Because Canelo, and Triple G ain't never fought nobody, bro. Outside of Canelo, only name he got on his resume is Daniel Jacobs.
So who did you want to see Canelo fight?
I want to see Canelo fight Benavidez, or get his rematch back with Bivol.
Do you think he swerved that?
Hell yeah.
You don't think he wanted to do with Bivol?
He want to fight Bivol, but I don't think he wanted to fight him immediately after this fight. And the fight's at 175. I don't think the Canelo that fight 175 is the different Canelo that fight 168. because the dudes at 175 are much bigger dudes. So that punching on the arm shit ain't gonna work all the time. And so like at 168, he was hitting niggas on the arm, busting their arms and shit, breaking them down so they can't keep them up after a certain amount of time. So the left hook gets home. The left hook to the body, the left hook up top, which sets up the right hand. But with Bivol was such a bigger guy. He was taking them punches on the arm. They was bothering, they was hurting him. But he's such a big guy that you're gonna need more power. So that's why in the later rounds he was able to counter. He'd catch it on the left, he'd catch the left hook, and he'd counter right back. And so that's what Canelo didn't anticipate. He didn't anticipate him being able to take them left hooks to the shoulders.
Can Bivol, what about Bivol versus Zurdo? You think Bivol gonna beat Zurdo?
Zurdo got a hell of a work rate, and he a big guy, and he got punching power. Bivol is the better boxer because he has the foot movement, the lateral movement. He know when to punch, when not to punch. And that's still a tough ass fight. That's a toss up for me.
Clarissa Shields Marshall.
Chris gonna kill himself.
Easy. What about the old girl Bumgardner versus Michaela Mayer?
Michaela, like my family, I'm around Michaela. I think Michaela gonna break her down before she stops. Or beat her down and be like, with Bumgardner, she ain't never fought nobody besides the last fight. Now she did that thing with that counter right was beautiful. But before that, she ain't never fought nobody. She was going out there to England to lose. She just upset the motherfuckers. So, but before that, if you look at her box rate, she ain't never fought nobody. She never fought nobody to the opposite that Michaela fought. Michaela been in some wars. With Mama Douche, the chick before that, she done been in some wars. Like,
yeah.
And she don't let you out punch her, she don't let you out work her, she chops.
Right.
She chops. She use the jab, she's working the body the entire time. So I think at least it's gonna be in for a rude fucking awakening unless she land a good punch and stop her. But Michaela got a hell of a chin too, so I don't see that happening.
And what's your return date, man?
September 29th, Dallas.
And who are you signed with?
Time the next fight up.
Next fight up, okay. And so you're gonna be what? After September 29th, this is a private show though, huh?
Yeah, private show.
Okay.
After that, I'll be 11-0, and I'm looking for something for November. I got my fingers crossed on the November date, so I'm looking to finish this year 12-0.
And then we expect to see you on big fights. And my man Quentin Randall, quick draw, been in there with everybody. You know, great fighter, great Olympic pedigree, and we know what to expect when it comes to quick draw. He ain't gonna pull no punches, literally or figuratively. Bet.